It's the food of celebration, but cakes can cost a lot of money. During the pandemic, a St. Louis Park woman began using her love of baking to help others tackling tough times. Shayla Reeves introduces us to a cake crusader.
It's cold in Minnesota, so let's just give that a little blast for 10 seconds. This is going to be tenuous and perilous on this plate. This is baker's sugar. In England we call this caster sugar. Smooth is in that thing. Yeah, if you put it in there. This is my trusty Cake Crusader recipe book. As you can tell, it's seen some wars, right? But it has all of the good stuff in it. So that's better. That's nice and squishy. There we are. My answer to pretty much everything is to bake a cake, and this is the chocolate cake recipe. Just 6.7 of this. I did 100 cakes for love. Yeah. And we're just trying to get all the lumps out that might be there. All right, we're just gonna leave. Get this doing its thing again. A little bit of flour. My lovely neighbors next door, Sarah and Peyton, were going to get married, and all of a sudden they realized that they were going to have to cancel their wedding because of the pandemic. Oh. So they were so sad, and I saw them over the garden fence, as you do, and I thought, oh, I want to do something to, you know, kind of cheer them up. Into the oven. And so I made them a Guinness chocolate cake with whiskey frosting. And that was the start of the Cake Crusader. And I just said to my friends, do you have anybody that you know who's going through a hard time, right? And if you do, let me know who they are, and we'll bake a delicious cake for them. Ooh. You need a lot of icing to make a cake for love. It needs to be covered in layers and layers of deliciousness.
It needs to be extra sweet.
Extra, extra sweet. There's a quote in, I think it's Teddy Roosevelt's autobiography that says, do what you can where you are with what you have. And just put a little bit in and then just let it mix in. When we're in communities, there are always people who are in trouble or need help or whatever, and so just do what you can.
A little bite of joy.
A little bite of joy. Bloop, 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 bloop. See how much icing is on that, Shayla? It's like, this is not a diet food.
You want it to be a cake that connects with the person getting it.
Yeah.
So that they feel this cake was for me.
Yeah.
This was for me.
Yeah, because it's from one of their loved ones. It's an expression of love from the person who reached out to me. There. That's perfect. That is just perfect. pH lined up with that middle. It's a hug baked in an oven.
Sounds good.
A new partnership hopes to grow tomorrow's teachers while supporting today's students. The University of St. Thomas will soon embed student teachers at Maxfield Elementary School in St. Paul. WCCO's Jennifer Merrily shares what that means for those kids in the Rondo neighborhood.
It's a new day at Maxfield Elementary in St. Paul.
We are calling this the Maxfield Elementary Collaborative Learning School.
6 to 8 student teachers from St. Thomas will teach and learn at Maxfield for a school year, preparing them for the future while adding resources and support to teachers at the school.
You talk to most people in teacher preparation, this is the dream. This is the gold standard. This is what we want because we know it's what's best for our students to prepare them to teach all learners.
The goal also provides more support and innovative educational experiences for students. Parent Michelle Davis has 4 kids at Maxfield.
For my students, my kids here, it should give them the opportunity that they need to always have questions and resources to talk with a teacher that they can, go to and trust.
We're going to start small to grow big.
It was Principal Dr. Leslie Hitchens who said yes and helped usher in the collaboration.
We'll get to learn from student teachers and university professors. They'll learn from us, and our scholars are going to get that additional small group attention.
She believes this is an opportunity for everyone involved to grow and hopes it will enrich student learning year after year.
This is something that we hope leaves a legacy for both the University of St. Thomas and our Maxfield-Rondo community as they continue to support each other with future teachers, with future scholars, growing, learning.
They'll start with an after-school math program this spring. The official collaboration will kick off next school year. In St. Paul, Jennifer Merrily, WCCO 4 News.
Hospice homes are common for adults, with over 4,700 across the country, but for kids, there are just a handful of them. One of them, though, is here in Minnesota. Since 2018, Crescent Cove has welcomed hundreds of children and their families, giving them a home away from home. Derek James takes us inside.
Crescent Cove is the only children's respite and hospice home in the Midwest and one of only 3 in the country. It offers compassionate care for children and young adults who have a shortened life expectancy. On the first day of her first visit, Christina's smile lights up the entire home and her voice speaks joy. Fitting that she spent part of her music therapy at Crescent Cove singing Katy Perry's Firework.
She has mixed tone spastic quad cerebral palsy, so it makes life different.
Art, touch, and music are among the many therapies used to make kids like Christina and 4-year-old Garrett feel less pain. All of it at no cost to families. The home is attentive to the needs of the entire family. The home was a passion of Twins legend Harmon Killebrew, who worked tirelessly to raise awareness and funds before he passed away. A miracle that has become a mission for the nurses and staff at Crescent Cove, so parents like Derek can give their kids every possible opportunity in this life.
Wondering what would happen if something happened to me. That's probably the hardest. Knowing that Christina's not going to live as long as other kids is always in the back of my mind.
A Wisconsin man looking for a ride to work got a whole lot more than that. When we come back, how a friend's generosity made it possible and the plans to keep paying it forward.